internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is going to be really eye-opening to many of you guys because this is not, this is something that I genuinely cannot try to describe, and internally, they even can't really describe because they're about to witness it, we're about to witness it all at the same time because we are living through history. Sit back and relax because the information we're going to go over today, like I said, eye-opener. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below after. Please listen very carefully. This is an educational phase, right? We all need to get educated on what's going on. The IMF, the World Bank, they're all doing it. I mean, even take a listen to this.
To the international system. To achieve this, however, we must first reconstruct the IMF and World Bank reconnect the IMF and the World Bank with their founding missions. The IMF and World Bank have enduring value, but mission creep has knocked these institutions off course. We must enact key reforms to ensure the Bretton Woods institutions are serving their stakeholders, not the other way around.
Reconstructing, restructuring. And Ripple has been working with the IMF since day one. And the World Economic Forum named them pioneers of crypto in 2015. Long in the making. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100, 100% because it has to. It has to. So there is a reason why I'm making this video, because if you miss this window, you won't get another one like it. Right now, when we take a look at Tether, an unregulated stablecoin holds $140 billion in value. It's operating in a legal gray zone, completely unchecked. But that era is about to end. So it's either Tether is going to adapt to it. I don't know how deep they are with the governments. I don't know how. Listen, it may sound delusional, but you got to understand all the stuff that Tether went through as you're seeing it on the screen right now. Like $1 trillion settlement. My goodness, imagine Ripple coming out and doing that while being a stablecoin, right?
A great point about Tether, and you talk about it in the context of audits. You mentioned how important audits are when it comes to any sort of investment. And when you ask the question, would you ever invest in a company that was being audited by an auditor I'd never heard of, or wasn't, or was somehow not a great auditing firm? Of course I wouldn't. And that's exponentially true for Tether. Tether claims to have some sort of audit, but it's essentially a satellite snapshot of a day of its events. What is so hard about auditing Tether that they can't, and this is a critical part of every single crypto investment. And they've been saying for years, we're going to get an audit, but they haven't. What would be so hard? Any of us on this panel could conduct that audit. You're just going to look and see whether the Tethers are actually backed by real US securities of some sort.
But we got governments, they're moving fast here. They're saying, we got different numbers here, that by 2030, stablecoin market is going to be around 3 trillion, 3.5 trillion, some say 5 trillion.
And so this use case is going to be a massive trend.
And that's all going to flow through across regulated blockchains. And Tether, may not be there to face it. You're going to have USDC. You're going to have RLUSD, fully regulated stablecoins, splitting the pie. And here's the part nobody is connecting yet. You're going to have RLUSD running on the XRP ledger. Every dollar of RLUSD that moves boosts XRP's utility. It complements it.
what sort of things can stablecoins do that XRP can't, and vice versa?
It's a great question. We think of them as complementary.
Every payment, every settlement, every transaction, RLUSD pretty much equals to volume. So XRP becomes the oil that moves the future of money. But where does that leave us? The early builders, the early believers? Well, we got to talk about Salute. This is where SLT comes in. And hey, listen, don't back away. Wait until you hear what I have to say here. This is not a meme token. This is us positioning ourselves before these financial institutions come. Like I said, Salute is not just another token. It is a movement. It's a community. It's our flag on the XRP ledger. Think about it like that. Before the banks, before the institutions. We are positioning ourselves before regulated stablecoin liquidity floods the ledger.
Finance. Many of us here talk about institutions coming into the world of blockchain and DeFi, and this is going to blast that into a new milestone, kind of a new stratosphere.
It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year. Post-November, the U.S. election result, even just the ongoing conversations we've had with banks around being reserve bank or transaction banking partners for the stablecoin or for our payments business, like the tone and message changed overnight. Like it was quick. It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year.
And now you have the elections coming up and you have Trump promoting crypto, and this is it. This is it. Q4 2024 going into 2025 and onwards, we are going to see a huge hockey stick growth. Okay, and I need
like the tone and message changed overnight.
Soon, RLUSD will have billions and trillions of dollars running through XRPL. And with that comes opportunity. Because we can peg SLT to RLUSD. We can create liquidity pools between SLT and RLUSD, earn yield, farm fees, and leverage regulated stablecoin liquidity to build generational wealth. SLT becomes the trusted asset that will be paired directly into the new economy. This is not a meme, not a game. This is a community-built asset born before the flood, okay, thriving inside it. And you think banks are coming to XRPL to play fair? Absolutely not. When banks arrive, they're going to dominate every sector. They're going to create their own pools. They're going to take over yield. My goodness, that's what they're going to do. If we don't act now, they will own it all. But we build Salute right now with integrity, with resilience. We cannot be missed. We become the foundation. We become the OG of the XRP Ledger stablecoin era. The world will need yield. The world will need trust, and they will find Salute waiting. So imagine staking our SLT and RLUSD liquidity pools, which is happening right now, earning real regulated yield. Again, we got a ways to go. There's a lot of work going on here. Owning a slice of the future financial system. Think about how big that is, right? While the masses are just catching up, buying RLUSD, buying XRP. I mean, who's buying RLUSD anyways? Unless you're actually offsetting profits and holding it. This is where we're creating the network of trust, right? We have a chance right now to become the first network of trust on the XRP ledger that is community driven. Just like Ripple built RippleNet with banks, we are building SaluteNet. We could call it SaluteNet, peer-to-peer before the corporations arrive. This is bigger than crypto. This is an infrastructure. This is a legacy. This is history being written right now. And if we do this right, if we build Salute now, this token, this community, this trust network will outlive us. Our kids will know what we built. We will have planted our flag inside this new financial system. And the door is open, but it's not going to be staying open for a very long time. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There's a lot coming down the pipelines. There's a lot that's being built. And it's very important for you guys to understand that when I come out here and talk about Salute, you know, this is us positioning ourselves before these financial players come in here. And the upcoming bull market, or you want to call it a mega multi-year bull market, because it's just going to start scaling over time, and tokens with utility are just going to keep going up. I know it sounds crazy, but it's realistic. Okay, it'll move with the economy, but it's going to have such a liquid and solid foundation where, like I said, market capitalization means nothing in this world economy. This new world economy that's being built right now, market capitalization means nothing. This is futuristic, okay, in terms of we're ditching the old system. You're going to see numbers that you're never going to see before. Just like Bitcoin went from pennies to $110,000. Give me a break. And me talking about $100 XRP is just embarrassing. It's going to be embarrassing in years from now. They're like, that little guy right there used to talk about $100 XRP. That's what's going to happen. And, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Remember, we all understand what we hold here. We all understand what we're building here. And the ones with brain cells, you know, if somebody gets triggered by that, but it's the truth. The people with the brain cells will adapt and understand what's being done here. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. And remember to always be prepared and have your tokens offline, because when these markets blow up, internally, some accounts are going to get flagged. Some accounts are going to get blocked. Okay, because we got right here, an individual on Twitter got lots of views. My Coinbase account has finally been bricked after being a user for nearly a decade. They have all my KYC. I've set up every security measures. Thank God I stopped keeping any money there years ago. What a horrible exchange. So they're saying we're reviewing your account. So they can't do anything for KYC. And when prices are mooning, the last thing you want is not having access to your assets. And if you guys haven't already, the Decent wallet is what we use here. And if you guys are interested, the link is in the description down below. You get two, you get $100 off. And if you guys just want a single one, it is $30 off. The link is in the description down below. If you don't have one, this is a no-brainer. This is something that you have to get. And I will be doing a tutorial on this as well in the coming weeks, to show you how you store SLT on the Decent wallet, because Decent wallet is supporting SLT, Salute token, to be stored, because Salute wasn't built with a vision of months. We are here for the decade. We're here for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100. The profit rollovers from $5 to $10 into SLT to RLUSD. And then just, we are creating our own infrastructure here. We as humans, for the first time ever, think about it, right? For the first time ever in history, are able to create something as a community and benefit off it, and actually, and then this gets way bigger. Like the plan is much bigger. There's a reason why the developer, I myself, hold 69 billion of these tokens. Okay, we are looking at this from a Ripple perspective. This is our escrow. Okay, this is not the developer holding 69 billion. This is our escrow. We are going to strategically use this. Go onto the website. We have it's all there. It's all explained. And you guys know, given my background within the financial sector, we are going to do this the right way, the first go around, and we are going to take this thing, I mean, as far as we could take it. But again, we have to trust each other.
Of course, we need a financial architecture, a payments architecture that is safe and secure and reliable. Those are absolutely essential. We need to make sure that the payments architecture has the right privacy protections so that people can trust using the system, because trust is really the essential linchpin of any payment system. Without trust, you can't make a payment, whatever technology you're using to underlie that basic approach.
And the most important part is the video that I will publish on Salute, dedicated to Salute, explaining everything. And listen, all I got to say is just stay tuned. We all built this together. But every project, every failure, right? If you guys even take a look at WeWork, for example. WeWork was a multi-billion-dollar company. And WeWork collapsed because of trust, right? The CEO completely messed up everything and milked everything from WeWork. Take a look at Terra Luna. What happened with Terra Luna? The trust failed. At the end of the day, if the trust isn't there, you can't build anything. Very important for us to understand this, and we are very educated on this. And there's a reason why the SLT chart has shown stability in this ecosystem. And shout out to the holders for SLT, right? This is where trust really, really kicks in. We got to understand, we created this as a community. So when we go to, the holders, right? Like the top 30, the top 15 holders, we as a community are trusting each other, right? For us to not pretty much sell these tokens. We are building. We know what the future holds. We know the profit rollovers will be aggressive when XRP goes to $5, when it goes to $10. Institutions are going to go into meme coins. Why? Because there's money there. There's money to be made there. There's regulation around meme coins. And it's only going to get more regulated. Where there is money, they're not going to shut it down. You got to understand that. If there's money to be made, if there is volume, if it's bringing more value on chain, it is not going to get shut down. And all we need is clear communication within our community. That's it. That is it. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But like I said, we're all trusting each other because people could be selling right now, right? We have educated ourselves, or you want to say maybe, the word train is probably not the right word, but in regards to patience and having a long-term vision, right? Because realistically, I'm trying to do this network of trust to a point where, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'll drop some nibbles right now, but there is a very, very strategically institutionalized perspective on this. The network of trust is very important to me, and I need to gain everybody's trust, right? At the end of the day, remember, this is open source. Something what we're doing right now has never really been done before. Every other meme, do you think, is coming here and trying to do this the proper way? Absolutely not. 99% of the tokens on the XRP ledger right now, nobody knows who the issuers are, who these people are. I believe Army is, they know. I think, I don't know. But there's really nobody behind these meme tokens that people actually know or what their vision is, right? All their websites look like it's a cartoon. So take a look at the Salute website. The link is in the description down below. But the little nibble, I was thinking, and hear me out here. If we were to do, whoever were to purchase a $10,000 XRP bag, a Salute bag, I will match that with $10,000 of SLT. So your holdings of SLT would be $20,000. But that's huge, huge. Because remember, let's say, for example, let's say there's 5 people, 10,000 each, and I send 10,000 right away in SLT. So now they have 20,000. Realistically, they could just dump the 10,000 and hold what I gave them. But see, this is the hard part. This is the hard part because we're doing something like this on an open source. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. But I'm trusting you with $10,000 worth of SLT to create this network of trust, to hodl and create these AMM pools. Okay, do you understand the importance of this? So what we're trying to build with SLT right now, I would not come out here and make something like this if I didn't see a future. But for first time in history, we have the opportunity as a community to create a financial ecosystem hub on the XRP ledger fully community driven, and the trust has been built within the 24 hours crypto community. This is a foundation right now. Look, we have been around $13 million since February, even and above, right? Like, this is market stability, and this is us observing the chart. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I kind of went a little bit over than I kind of was going to. This is not the SLT video. There's going to be a very, very in-depth, like, this is an opportunity for all of us to create something, right? 5 years from now, or even forget 5 years, even 3 years from now, to come here and for us to be earning yield with our SLT and RLUSD, because RLUSD is going to hit $1 trillion. It's going to be a massive market. You know, we have an like, you guys are like the early Jet McCaleb and David Schwartz, Bob Way into these tokens, like the whales here, right? Like, that is a bad badge of honor, because like I said, these are all, there's a whale list, there's a join our Telegram. Like, these are all just random people, all with the same vision and understanding that, like, this trusting, how big can we get it? We're all going through an educational phase. Please understand that, right? Like, we are all going through an educational phase. And as more and more people get educated, it's going to be remarkable. And we just have to park ourselves before these regulated institutions come, because they're going to have VCs hip firing on different chains and speculating and doing a lot of stuff, okay? But we will be back with another video.
Dream small, but we had the stars in mind. While they chased hype, we studied time. In the noise we found the signal. Brad knew just what to do. Now XRP hums like jazz, running smooth and true. Money's changing, systems bend. Ripple flow into the end. Truth is quiet, bold and deep. We salute the ones who lose no sleep. Salute to the minds that built this chain. Salute, salute through the trials, through the pain. Salute, salute to the calm, to the wise. 100 in our eyes. Bitcoin maxis yell on stage, stuck in loops they call belief, while XRPL just clears the way. No delay, no grief. They hoard coins like dusty gold, but we got utility in every fold. The future ain't loud, it's steady breathing. Real ones know what's worth believing. It ain't hype, it's code and soul. We salute the ones who see the whole. Salute to the builders, to the flow. Salute, salute where the real ones choose to go. To the heart, to the plan. Salute, XRP will lead the land. Value don't lie, and truth don't shake. Let the whole world break, we remake. Strategic reserve, written in stars. XRP gonna take us far. So here's to the signal, clear and bright. To the dreamers who held on tight. No matter the storm, no matter the fight. Salute, we rise with the light.
support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.